All right, here we are at our 2007 FourWinns Horizon 180. This is an 18-foot Bowrider for sale. We're here Knoxville, Tennessee. This one's going to be stored near Norris Lake while it is offered up for sale on a trailer. As always, you want to visit our website, www.yournewboat.com, for the current asking price, as well as the detailed list of the specifications, options, feature, and everything like that on this one. For your convenience, there will be a direct link to the listing of this one down in the video description. If you're watching this on YouTube, all you gotta do is go down into the video description. There'll be a direct link. You can either copy paste or click that link. That'll take you right to the web listing for this one, where you'll be able to see the current asking price, that detailed list of specifications, as well as all of our contact information, where you'll be able to reach out to us by phone, by text, or by email. This is a one-owner boat. Again, it's a 2007 model, 18-foot Bowrider. I'm climbing up this 3-step swim boarding ladder. We got a small little integrated swim platform here. Large engine hatch is going to double as a nice sun pad. Here's your ski tow hookup right there. That's where you're going to pull anybody skiing, wakeboarding, or your towables. This is powered by a 3.0 liter gas Volvo Penta, Sterndrive, inboard, outboard, about 130 horsepower. I'll show you that here before we finish up today. So this one's rated for 7. We've got 6 cup holders on board. We've got snap-in carpeting, and as you can see, we've got dual swivel passenger and driver seats. Tilt steering wheel here at your driver's station. Cup holder right there at the driver's foot. We've got a Clarion AM/FM CD auxiliary input, satellite ready stereo with 2 speakers on board. And then here at your helm station, we do have a 12-volt power outlet. Here's your engine drive trim gauge, your tachometer, your speedometer. Then we've got a cluster gauge. It's going to have your engine oil pressure, engine water temperature, battery volts, and your fuel gauge. We got a functioning Fiera depth finder. We also have a functioning bilge and blower. Horn is not working on this one, and of your navigation lights, we just have an anchor light on this one. The red and the green are not functioning like they should on this one. Typically it's just a bulb or a loose wire. Do have a functioning courtesy light right here. That's basically a battery powered courtesy light right there in the middle of that walkthrough. And a nice large integrated ski locker. Now I've got our cockpit cover in there. We got a little snap right here that you can use to kind of hold that up while you're fishing items out of there. So we do have a snap-on cockpit and bow cover. And there's that other stereo speaker, passenger cup holder as well. That stereo unit's right in here in this little drive box, and here's your auxiliary input jack, and again, that's that Clarion Marine. AM/FM CD, auxiliary input, satellite ready stereo. Here's your little walkthrough up to your bow seating. We've got 2 seats here on a hinge. That anchor and rode is going with the boat. Another storage place right there. 2 more of those cup holders up here in the bow, and you got some nice little grab handles as well. Got a few little scuffs in the vinyl up here. Little bit of maybe a stretch seam on this center seat here, and another little scuff right here. Did not notice any rips or tears anywhere in this boat. A little bit of staining on your upholstery, and what I thought was something there was just a little bit of dirt, a little bit of staining in that. Do have the Bimini top overhead. Storage under this large rear bench seat. And here's your engine room right here. And this is that Volvo Penta 3.0 liter GL. That's an inline 4-cylinder gasoline carbureted. It's got a Holley carburetor that was rebuilt recently. New water pump impeller recently as well. There's your oil filter right there. Very clean engine room here. Got a single battery. Got 24 Marine starting battery right through there. There is no engine hour meter on this one. But again, this has been a one-owner boat used locally in the Knoxville, Tennessee area since it was new. So that's pretty much going to start to do it for the interior here. I'm going to hop back over the side of this boat and we'll go over up close and personal with the exterior. Here's that Volvo Penta Outdrive. We got a 4-blade prop. Thing nice and clean on here. Your drive bellows all look to be in very good shape. In fact, maybe even recently serviced. We got a few little nicks here on the bottom of this skeg on this Volvo. Maybe just a touch of a curve to it. Yeah, just a little bit. I don't know if that's going to translate. A little bit of a curve on that bottom of that skeg. And this is fairly a clean exterior, so we just have a few little scuffs here and there. I'll call your attention to those as we go around. So we've got gel coat up here. The red's gel coat and the white's gel coat, and then we've basically got a little bit of a vinyl, this white vinyl stripe. So now a lot of little maybe scuff marks we noticed are going to be from a fender. Like there's a little bit of a white right here. And I think this is going to disappear with a good buff and wax on the exterior. And a few marks down here in the white that I think are all going to disappear again with that good buff and wax. Most of the wear is going to be in your decaling here. A few marks in that decaling. Got some water stains in the gel coat up here. Maybe a little, to me, I don't know if this is even translating to the video. We got a few little like surface marks, but nothing's catching an edge. So it tells me that's probably just rubbed off from a fender. And a few more of those marks up here in that vinyl striping. So I think all these marks right here that are not catching a finger edge are going to disappear with a good detailing. This one's just barely into the gel coat right there. And same one right here, a little bit of a scuff right here. It's barely into the gel coat. And then up here, this is in the vinyl. Oh, there's actually a vinyl red stripe below this vinyl white stripe. And that's what's got a little bit of a mark there. Hull line's fairly clean. And going right down through here is fairly clean. Now here's another little mark. I think this probably rubbed off from the trailer fender. But again, this is not catching an edge. I think that's just some paint that's basically rubbed off from there, but really did not appear to do anything to the boat itself. And this is another one right here that I think will come right off with the detailing here. It doesn't really catch an edge. I think there was a few more on the other side. That's some dirt. It's going to rub right off. Oh, here it is right in here. So now these are a little bit into the gel coat right here, but none of these are real deep. It's more like a surface scratch. And we had two more of those right down here. This one's just barely into the gel coat, and again with this one right here, just barely into the gel coat right there. But none of those really are deep where you're actually into the fiberglass at all. And then again, this is some more, I think, scuffs that are going to come right off with a good detail. But again, the vinyl is not going anywhere. Can't really do anything for that except replace the vinyl. But these, to me, these are kind of like plastic marks came off of a fender. This one right here may be a little bit harder to get out. That one also maybe as well. And then of course, again, you got a little bit of wear in your vinyl striping right in here. Small little scuff right there. Again, I'm not really catching a fingernail edge on a lot of this stuff. Here's a little scuff. That's probably going to disappear. We got a little bit of like a water staining in here, and then this is really the only other mark. And again, this is another one that's just barely into that gel coat. And I'm not even sure if that's going to show up on the video or photos here. There's like two slight little lines coming down through here, depending on how that lighting hits it. But I'm not so sure if that wouldn't go away with a good buff and wax. And a few more little marks back here in this corner. This is when these guys right in here is when someone's leaving a fuel dock or pier, well, or any dock. When you turn that out drive, if you cut it hard to the left, the rear of the boat's going to come to the right. So whenever you leave a fuel dock, you want to kind of pull away straight, gradually and straight, and then you can cut it. And that's what's going to prevent these little marks back here in this corner. This is more of a scuff right in here. This is a little bit of something in the gel coat right here. That one may not disappear. Then this one right here is in the vinyl striping. You see we got a little bit of like water stains on here from like just some hard water, and all that should clean right up with a good detail. So a few little marks on the trailer fender. I'm not so sure if that's not where the kind of a little bit of that red came from in one place. A little bit of a busted tail light here, but all the trailer lights do appear to be functioning just fine. And same thing, a few little marks on this fender over here. I just wanted to call your attention to those things. We do our best to represent these as accurate as possible. We don't like for there to be any surprise when somebody shows up to see these in person, especially if they've traveled any distance at all. So this is a single axle trailer. We do have surge brakes on this. We've got a folding tongue, and it's a 5-flat trailer wiring hookup. 2-inch ball, trailer wiring, 5-flat. So now the tires are older on here. In fact, they may even be original to the trailer. I believe they did have 2006 date codes on them. They're in decent condition, but if you're traveling, if you're going to be taking this very far on the interstate, outside the East Tennessee area, we can coordinate having those tires replaced before you head down the highway with them. If you're a local buyer and you're not going to be trailing very far on a regular basis, maybe a few miles to the boat ramp here and there, then you're probably fine with the 2006 rubber. So again, you'll have our contact information all over the website there. If you take the time to use that link that we're providing in the video description, take you to the web listing. We do like to remind you, if you call us on the phone, you get a voicemail, we'd like a return phone call, please make sure you leave us a detailed message. Let me know which listing you're looking at, what questions you have. We're very frequently in areas without cell phone reception, or we could even be with the customer. So if you take the time to do that, as soon as we either finish with the customer or get back in cell phone range, we will return that call. If you don't leave a message, most often we will not even know that you called. So we can't return your call if we don't know you called. You can also send us an email, but we also like to remind people a lot of our replies end up in spam folders. So please, if you've sent us an email, check that spam folder within 1 business day. Most of our replies go out much quicker than that. And of course, you can also send us a text message as well. Again, this is the 2007 FourWinns Horizon 180 Bowrider for sale. And again, we are near Knoxville, Tennessee. We will have this available to be seen near Norris Lake, Tennessee. And I thank you again for joining us. Please reach out to us with any questions. And that will do it for this one here today. That untiboat.com logo popping up in the top right-hand corner of the screen, that's just a shortcut to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you haven't already, we're always happy to have you as a subscriber. Whether you're in the market for something or you just like killing time at work when you're supposed to be doing other things we won't tell anybody, we're happy to have you as a subscriber either way, and I thank you again for joining us.